Hello everyone. Let us look at our first proper date and time intelligence calculation. What we want to learn now is how to find the year over year change. Let's take an example. So to start off, I'm creating a simple column chart. And in the column chart, I will keep my sales value in the y-axis and the date from the date table in the x-axis. And we want to show this at the year level like this. Let's also add the data label. So we have 2.3, 2.7, 3.4 and 4.3. What I would like to do now is to find the change year over year, which means from 22,59,000, the sales increased to 26,77,000. We would like to know what is the change that has happened. Now we know it's very simple to calculate. It's nothing but the current year minus the previous year divided by the previous year. That would be 26,77,000 minus 22,59,000 divided by 22,59,000. So current year minus the base year divided by the base year. But how do we do that in DAX? Now in the next video, I am going to show you how to work with something called quick measures, which is a fantastic way of getting these ready-made calculations yourself. As you can see, all these date and time intelligence calculations here are inbuilt. So we have our YTD, QTD, MTD, YY, QOQ, MOM, rolling average and the running total. But we don't want to rely just on the quick measure because I would also like you all to learn how to build one of these complex DAX formulas. Let's have a look. First things first, I will create a measure and we will call this our year over year change. The first thing I want to do is to declare a variable. And this variable can be declared with a VAR and we can give it any name that we want. So I want to call this my current year. Now what is the current year? It is nothing but calculate the sum of sales. And that's it. We don't want to apply any filter right now. And now if I want to return this result, we'll first have to write a return and we want to return this result which is current year. So before we continue, let's first check if this is working or not. So I will press enter. We drag the YY change into our tooltips and as you can see, now there are two numbers that come. The same number is appearing two times, 22,59,000, 26,77,000. What I would like to do now is to update my measure. Just like we found out the current year, I also want to find the previous year. Let's call this the prev year. Now this time as well, we want to find the sum of sales, but we want to apply a filter to it. And the filter that we want to apply here is called previous year. Now in the previous year, all we have to do is to select the date. Remember, this will come from the date table like this. And then the result that I want to return is not my current, but my previous year. Let's see what happens now. So now when I take my mouse, you notice that for the first year 2019, there is no number because this is the first year in our data. So there is nothing that comes before it. But if you look at 2020, you will notice that it tells us 26 and 22. That means it is also showing us the value of the previous year. Similarly for 2021 and for 2022 as well, like this. Now we can write our final formula. We can say that I would like to return where I want to divide the current year minus the previous year, that is in the numerator. In the denominator, we'll keep the previous year. And Let's press enter. Also make sure to convert this into a percentage since we want to show the growth. And now you notice we will have nothing for the first year, but 18.5% growth for 2020, 27.2 for 2021, and 26.25 for 2022. Now, if you want to improve the way you write the DAX expression, you can also copy the entire thing, and we want to go to a website called daxformatter.com. So DAX Formatter is a free website. All you have to do is to paste your existing DAX code, go to format, and it will automatically make it look pretty. Now remember, these spaces and tabs are not really required. I mean, if you wanted, you could have written the entire formula in a single line as well. But I'm sure you will agree with me that it becomes much more readable when you have these spaces and tabs in it. So I can just copy it, come back to Power BI, and then paste it here. So congratulations everyone, we have written our first proper date calculation for the year-over-year change. In the next video, I will show you how to work with quick measures, and I'll show you how to calculate YY, QOQ, MOM, YTD, QTD, MTD, moving average, as well as the running total.